Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Christelle Martinette, and I'm inaugurating this new studio, I guess, office space, and with the second half of February readings, starting from the 15th to the 28th of February. And the way I'll be doing the readings this time is I have a very old deck of VERA SIBILLA cards, this is the backs. They're very particular, beautiful artwork that I've used over the years, but then I put aside, and I've taken them out for this inauguration. Then I have two tarot decks. I'll see from time to time, again, tarot decks that I used many times over the years. This is the Sherman Gargiulo Tarot. Beautiful deck. The first tarot deck I've ever had, so you know it's really particular to me. And then I have the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot that has specific insights, and I like from time to time to pull that up. Okay, and then of course I have my Neapolitan cards here off to the right. And, well, these were my mother's deck. This was my mother's. And, well, along with about another 40 decks of Neapolitan cards that came down to me. And I like to use that from time to time. So they're all special decks. And, of course, I have my runes that Rose in Etsy, she gave them to me as a gift. And I like to use those because they're large. They're hematite, grounding, and particular. All right, so let's go off to the readings. Hi, Scorpio. It's me, Christelle Martinette, and I have a reading for you for the second half of February from the 15th to the 28th. As announced, I'll be using the Vera Sibilla first, the Oracle, and then clarifying with the Tarot. Let's see what is in store for you this month of February, the second half of February. Scorpio, 15th to the 28th. Scorpio, the 15th to the 28th. Looks like there's an opportunity coming up for you to really show who you are and what you're made of. Yes, a very good opportunity, and the results of that being very long-lasting. They'll be very long-lasting, and the heart of this is hope. So it seems speranza, hope, and it seems that this has been sought after, it's strategically sought after, it was until now, and it seems that, and I remember actually mentioning this in perhaps the past or the past two readings, that you wanted to show people, show someone, and in one reading I believe it was a particular someone, who you are and what you're made of. Well, I'm getting more of the same, and your hopes are very high concerning this. Now, in the notion of finally being in a position where you're feeling good, literally good, and you're feeling there's a certain amount of harmony around you, it seems that that's when you start to falter, because you think, well, am I ready? Am I ready? There's always such a bad side to me. There's always such a good side to me. There's this positive, negative, and I can't seem to find a balance. And that in itself is going to make you go absolutely nuts and stop in your tracks. It's very clear from what I'm seeing that you have difficulty in in talking about and communicating your love. Amore, love, and militare here. They mirror each other. But these two mirror each other on either side of the Speranza card, on either side of this Hope card. This is a love, the house, casa, but it's also a consolation, consoling love. And the stanza, the room, which talks of a surprising bit of news that is coming your way. And it seems that your coming out is linked to that spiritual, that surprising bit of news. But underneath the hope is this delirante, this delirious person, because this delirious person has become delirious because they have been quite adventuresome, bold, but they had their hopes failing them, and that is why they've become delirious. And what happens here is you seem to turn your attitude from an attitude of positivity with relation to coming out or getting in touch with the world, getting in touch with the people who you want to contact, and you turn all of a sudden into everyone's worst enemy, and mostly your worst enemy. However, the last card is Vergine. And in this deck, it's like the Giovane Fanciulla. It is a virgin, and it's a help. It's the beginning. It's a positive note. But the positive note is the last card out. What we have here, next side by side for this delirante, is viaggio and riunione. Going to this meeting, meaning the meeting, going to this meeting is making you very anxiety-ridden. And this is going to halt you in your tracks. It's going to make you stop short. I'm going to take a couple of cards here on the deliranti specifically and look at that. Four have come out, and they are the Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, the Hanged Man, and the Seven of Pentacles. Now, what are these trying to tell us? They're trying to tell us that it's before you move anywhere, you're going to need a new attitude. You're definitely going to need a new attitude, and it has to be disjointed from something that is material. You need a motivation. You're needing motivation in order for you to come forward in a different manner, because perhaps you will never be that person that you depict inside your mind, and you're starting to think, will I ever get there? Can I come forward as I am? These are all things that are going on in your mind now over the deliranti. And I'm going to take a look at the card here, Ammalato. There is an Ammalato, the ill one, that I want you to, that I'd like to get insight into. Yes, the Ammalato, you are afraid of the truth. You're afraid of two things. There's the Nine of Swords, there's the Ace of Swords, and there's the Queen of Cups. You are afraid of your Queen of Cups. You're afraid of telling her the truth. There's something that you're hiding from her so much, and that almost you're hiding it from yourself, I dare say. I'm going to take now cast the runes on top of that and see what they can add. Scorpio. Time is on our side, as the song recites, as that song talks about, and time is off to the side. I have Yera here. Yera, which beats time, requesting time, more time. Now is not the time, the end of February, for you to begin something new with that particular person or persons you're interested in. Björk, Berkana, Merkstave. But the meeting, Manats, bright stave, is what keeps you going and brings you the greatest joy. And joy it will be. Even the thought of being together with that person or persons who you are thinking about brings you joy. Only the thought brings you joy. Now, I'm also seeing here that the I said that there's a surprising bit of news that's coming your way, quite a surprise coming your way. But this doesn't, it's not surprising enough. It's not great enough for you to get out and move forward. So you're going to keep things under wrap and not speak your piece. You're not going to talk to that person yet until you become more distinguished with eyes, I hear, and until you have greater insight because you're fearful of moving forward. There's that fear we were talking about. But move forward you will. And you will be moving forward when you are more self-secured, self-confident. Algids is here to tell you that you are protected because your intelligence, and it's talking about the intelligence over the artista, your thought and the power of your thought is aiding you in moving forward, no matter how you're how you conceive of yourself, whether you're up to par to that image that you have of yourself or not. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. Scorpio, I hope this was of help. Until we read together again. Bye-bye.